NISIP was conceived, it has taken time to develop because of participation.
Right.
All stakeholders in the industry doing irrigation have been consulted. We have been financed by World Bank.
Right.
We have engaged experts and come up with 5 pathways
Right.
on how to coordinate all the activities in agriculture, in irrigation, and target to achieve our objectives. As one of the government key agenda is actually to ensure there is food security.
Right.
And the easiest way to do that is for us doing farming that we're in control of without depending on the heavens.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, engineer, of course, you said that it's important now to have this coordinated response when it comes to building these dams. And some of these projects have been lacking or have been stagnant for a very long time, even before the Kenya Kwanza government. One of your sentiments in, the bicameral houses was that, the Ukraine war did have some sort of effect on this progress. How exactly did it have an effect? Because it has become quite a meme on social media. What does Ukraine have to do with our dams? And
thank you for asking that question. We were talking about a specific dam, and I think today I again appeared to the Senate to explain the same. That dam between the year 2020 and 2023, we were at foundation stage. And foundation of such huge dams, to put it in perspective, Thuake will be the biggest dam we have as a country. Why? First, it will hold or store around 688 million meter cubic. To find that in liters, multiply by 1,000. So you will have the numbers. And this dam is huge. The length of the embankment is around 1.5 kilometers. That is 1,500 meters. And during foundation, the rock required blasting. And when you talk about blasting, maybe most Kenyans think that we are talking about grenades.
Right.
So you use explosives. It was part of the contract. There are contracts that allow using of explosives to do blasting, and there are contracts that say don't use explosives. But in this case, use of explosives was allowed to actually break the rock while doing the foundations. Unfortunately, the explosives were being imported from Ukraine.
Right.
And these explosives, I'm talking about ammonium nitrate. So when there is Ukrainian war, so supplies required was around 600 to 700 tons a month. What we could actually, because of disruption in supply chains, what we could actually procure or supply in that month was between 100, 150 to almost 200. So you see, we have a shortfall of around 400. So the rate of excavation is slowed down. Secondly, during COVID, ammonium nitrate is used in production of oxygen, which was the most required commodity during COVID-19.
Right.
Oxygen. So those dynamics slowed down the progress of works. And we actually have letters that we wrote both from the ministry and also received from the contractor. You see, when you're doing an engineering project, they actually, when there's an impediment or a challenge that might actually slow the delivery of the project, you put it in writing. That is part of the contractual obligations.
Right.
You forewarn the client that we might not deliver on time because of this and this. And we actually have letters written to the Ministry of Mining, asking for their support in sourcing these explosives to do our foundations.
Right. Engineer, what's the progress right now? We've talked about how these raw materials were being used in different areas. We know that there might be some sort of impasse between Ukraine and Russia right now. The COVID era is over. When are we getting back to normal programming?
As of now, I think we are past that stage. Because